Hello, good morning, and welcome into Hello Crypto. It is Wednesday, the 18th of February. It is 6:48 a.m., and we're going to get into it here. XRP, looking at it here on the smaller time frames, the 1 minute stuff, it shows the downside here. It looks like we've already started to pull back up a little bit, refill some of these little gaps that we've got here, and to reclaim these reset ups. We've already pushed through the pink line. As you can see, we've already nailed it through the 5 minutes as well. Working our way back down towards the 15-minute pink line. So we're looking at another $1.46 incoming. 30-minute pink line is something we'll be pushing down towards as well. So we're still looking for lower time frames on this. They're going down. They start to pull back up a little bit, but we're going to be seeing shorts again today. They may be smaller, they might be bigger. Towards the end yesterday, we did get a nice little bit of a pump on the daily down to the downside. Or I should say drop, not a pump, but a push to the downside here. So yesterday we had that high of $1.49, low of $1.42. Currently at that $1.47 with a high that we've had today of $1.49. So we did take and come up and pretty much match with about a fraction or so of way from hitting the exact same high. And now we're starting to push back down again, where we're going to see this possibly break that $1.42 today and continue to work our way to the downside. So that's what we're looking for XRP is more downside. We're still looking for that $1.12, $5 area. And if we break that, the lower prices of 90 cent down to possibly 50 cent. Now if we take and look at that and we drop that, you're going to see that 50 cent or so. Now we're not hoping for it, but it can happen. So it's something that we always want to point out there and stuff, because looking at our visual chart here for the daily, weekly, and the monthly, daily is ready to go, but the weekly and the monthly is still saying downward. So what we're looking for is possibly we're going to be dragging this out, doing the sideways as well as dropping daily and everything through the next couple weeks until we finish up the monthly candle, where we could actually see the downside far enough to have next month be where we start to actually see that actual takeoff and push to the upside. So it's dragging us down. It's taking longer than would expect. However, this is something that could play out, is coming back down here to refill on this monthly order block here, set at the 63 cent down to the 48 cent. Now moving on, just real briefly, we're going to take and push and talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum. There's not a lot to say other than that we're still on the downside. The monthly is already showing that we've crossed over and we're ready for Bitcoin. Weekly though still shows we still have more downside, so that pretty much confirms what we're saying with the XRP and stuff is finishing out the end of this month or so before we see the upsides. So could we see the deep drop pain, max pain there? Yes, unfortunately that is something that can be there. There's a lot of catalysts out there that could happen that could cause it to do so. Market maker loves to draw some pain out before they send it, so that is something that's possible. Not expecting to see it, but I don't want to rule it out. I want to make sure I actually put that out there. But that's what we're looking for Bitcoin. You're looking at then if we can come back down and test and break the 58,000. More than likely we're going to come back down to there, possibly a little bit lower on there, to finish filling out for the weekly. And it could be throughout this week or next week. I don't really have a whole lot to go on Bitcoin right now, other than it's got to go down. The Ethereum, it still has to go down. We are looking at this actual order block here of $1,658 down to that $1,564. So that order block, you can find it out on the daily. So you can find it right here on the daily. And so we still have that one left on the downside to go for there, but the daily shows good. Weekly shows we have a lot to go, which would be that area there. And then, of course, for the monthly, it's showing about the same distance on our visual as well. So we're looking for more downside. Unfortunately, we did have a little bit of that, a little bit of a rally that we had that we called out on one of our previous shows, talking about it looked like we was going to see a little bit of a rally, and then get people trapped in thinking that we're going to the top side, and then flip and start pulling back down again because we still have more downward sides to go. We're still bearish, so we'll get an update again tomorrow. We'll try to get Jay in here, get some updates on the on his side of the charts and stuff, the things that he's looking at, what is he seeing on buyers versus sellers and stuff, and we'll try to break it down a little bit more for you. So till tomorrow, make sure that you like and subscribe, and don't forget that the people in the Discord are actually going to get access to the transcript and calls and everything before you will get to see the video. The video will be posted at 10. They're getting it posted in there by 7 a.m. So if you want to catch all the early updates before anybody else, make sure you join the Discord, and we'll see you tomorrow.